Okay. So we actually shortened the title of the presentation. So designing journeys that customers love. And I'm Shai from Luxury Escapes. Yeah, that's me. I'm 42 years old, 43 on Saturday. Live in Sydney. And I'm the Chief Technology and Operations Officer at Luxury Escapes. That means that it includes product design, engineering, direct marketing, and operations. So everything you need to create a journey that customers love. Now, what is Luxury Escapes? So I'm sure you all know Luxury Escapes, right? Yeah, well, if not, then come after, and I'll give you a promo code. Yeah, this is the way we get more new customers excited about it. And it's one of the way for us to disrupt the category disruptor in the online travel booking. And one of the way we disrupt the category is by designing these journeys, which we're going to talk about now. So how do we do that? So I assume, because we had all the previous conversations, etc., everybody knows you need good amount of data, you need to collect all the data, it needs to go to a data lake, you need to process it, you need to have a good system that helps you to personalize and segment the information. I think the Mitre 10, she's nodding her head because she talked about that. And you need a good distribution system. We are using Braze, and we'll talk about how we're using it as well. But before I go there, I want to talk about the customer experience itself. And I want to introduce this concept of leaning in versus leaning back. And that's the difference between the e-commerce experience that customers have versus content services. And it's not something that we think about every day, but I want to sort of put some emphasis on that. So what does that mean? Let's look at Amazon, where I used to work for a while. Amazon is an e-commerce website. We have a very prominent search on top, and we have some categories on the bottom. Us as customers, we're expected, and we go to Amazon when generally we know what we are after. Maybe I'm looking for a new iPhone, maybe I'm looking for a vacuum cleaner. Now let's look at something similar that is closer to Luxury Escapes, which is booking.com. That's online travel booking system. Where to next, right? It actually asks me, where do you want to go? So I'm the one needs to give the input first. I'm going to San Francisco from 25th to 26th of May, and I'm also supposed to know how many people are going. So it's all about me coming. The service asks me some questions and starts helping me choosing what I'm going to book. Now, this is one side of sort of the spectrum. Now let's look at another side, which is content services. Content services are designed differently. We'll start with the classic Netflix. Yes, there's search on top. On the top right corner, there is search. But the service is all around exploration. It's all around inspiration. And this is the prominent part. This is the prominent part of the customer experience. What's popular on Netflix, what is trending now, what continue watching, and the ultimate content service, TikTok. TikTok is even taking it to the next level, where they don't even ask you what you want, and according to our interactions with the videos, they will decide what to push next and put in front of us. Actually, I heard that now they are putting some ability for us to control that feed, but generally speaking, that's the beauty of TikTok. I don't need to think. I'm leaning back, and I'm just like consuming content. So these are two different mindsets that the customers are in, right? In e-commerce website, where the customer is sort of leaning in, they're leaning in to make a purchase. Customers usually know what they are after, so no one goes to booking.com and let's see what's new. Goes, let's see what's new in the world of vacuum cleaners. There's a very prominent search option, and the goal of the personalization, all of these beautiful things that we heard about in the previous talks, is to get a sale, to get the customer to transact. And it's not in a bad way, in a good way. We want to help the customer find what they are after. They're after something. They're after a lawnmower. We need to help them find the best lawnmower for them. And customers usually don't come there for inspiration. So this is e-commerce website. They're very specific. We always talk about the funnel and how do we push customers down the funnel, right? Then we have content services. This is a totally different mindset for the customer. The customer is leaning back. The emphasis is on inspiration, on exploration. How do we help the customer to explore new content? And this is why there are prominent exploration mechanisms. And the goal of the personalization is not to get the customer down the funnel or push them down the funnel. The goal is to engage with them, to keep them here, keep them around, put something interesting in front of them so they continue engaging with our content. Now, what is luxury escapes really? Well, on the one hand, we provide a lot of content to customers, and customers love to interact with our content, and rightfully so. So internally, we call this holiday corn. So this is why, right? They consume this content, videos, images, everything is like thoughtfully curated. Yeah, it's beautiful. I want to be there. We also have a TV show. We also have an online magazine. We have a printed magazine. So really, Luxury Escapes is an inspirational content service. This is what we do. In fact, we have 250,000 visitors on the website and the app every day. The vast majority of them don't transact. They just consume the content. Interesting. On the other hand, we are also selling holidays. So it's nice to provide content, but we also allow customers to enter the number of nights and where they want to go and how many people are going and what's the price. And there's a checkout. So we're also an e-commerce website. So we're sort of both. And that creates a challenge because we need to know at every stage what is the mindset of the customer. Are they leaning back or are they leaning in? And react to that and build journeys that are relevant to that and to the customer mindset. Does that make sense? Or okay, good. I see people nodding. Okay, I'm not talking to myself. So that's a beautiful diagram of the state of the customer. I know it's a bit complex, but actually once we'll pick it apart. So customers can be at an inspiration mode. That means that they are leaning back. They're consuming content. They want to see a holiday in the Maldives. They want to see more content about Europe. They want to see Hawaii and maybe Hunter Valley. And the other side, the bigger circle, it's where customers actually in the funnel itself purchase and stay. So it's a circle, but it's actually a funnel. You have search and discovery, evaluation and planning, decide and purchase, post-purchase, pre-stay, stay. Now, the customers need different communication when they are in every one of these states. And what makes it even more complex, as a customer, I can actually be in both states at the same time because I can have a holiday booked already for Hunter Valley for 3 months from now while I'm dreaming and looking and consuming content about Thailand or about my next trip to Europe next year. So we need to help and to understand the customer and react to the customer in real time. 10 minutes, moving fast. Good. Half of it is done. Now I want to show you another very well-known service that is combining this content service with e-commerce, but in a different way. Anyone here from Facebook? Meta? Okay, good. So this is from Facebook. And Facebook is a content service, right? Like it's a social network. I'm leaning back and I'm just like fed with these posts about my auntie and what she's done and she has a new cake and all this stuff. And then I made the mistake of clicking on an ad for a pots and pan. Try it. Try like searching for a carpet or furniture. your feed is now going to be taken over with pots and pans in this case. So we don't, I mean, it's a way to do it, but this is a way that I would say prioritize the income on the over the customer experience, right? Because the customer experience is just deteriorated and it doesn't react to me because I'm actually not looking for pots and pans. I was just interested in one. Sorry. Now let's talk about the best of journeys. What is the best of? The best of is our peak sale period. For us, it actually starts after Christmas. So people finish their Christmas shopping. It's Boxing Day. They want to plan the next year holiday. They actually spend too much time with their expanded family, and they want to run away. So, and also, they're about to go back to work in a month. So, what do we do during the best of? We offer the customers the best of the offers that we had over the years. So these are like the winning offers. And we build journeys that customers love. So let's take that. This is just an example. We do that every day, but I think this is really highlights, sort of captures that thing about lean in, lean back, and all this stuff. Okay, so what do we do and how do we build that? And again, I'm happy to answer specific questions after this talk. I'll be at the Braze counter. I got a discount on our SMS and emails for doing that. So thank you, Braze team. So first, we create dynamic segments based on signals from the customers. So we talked about collecting all these signals. We need to create the segments. The segments need to be dynamic. I need to be able to, as a customer, to get into a segment and out of the segment and be in two segments at the same time. And the communication will have to sort of be comprehensive across it. Then we need strong personalization mechanisms. So we want to be able, either through machine learning algorithm, and again, going back to that lean in, lean back, what is the goal of the personalization? Make sure that I have the right mechanism and the right machine learning algorithms in place and build these recommendations that are personalized per customer. And the last thing is, we need to react to the customer's signals in real time. So it's not enough just to calculate once a week or once a day, or we need to understand and see where the customer is going. Otherwise, we'll have the Facebook example, right? So we want to see, we want to listen to the customer and run a dialogue with them. Okay, let's look at the best of. This is the first email that I got as a customer. This is to me, you see, Shai, your early access. So because I'm a Lux Plus member, I got an early access already on the 23rd of December, so 3 days before everybody else. And we start preparing the ground for our campaign. And that email includes introducing the campaign, offers that are personalized to me, right? And content at the end that is telling me about the campaign that is coming. This is sort of a sneak peek, right? 26th, the campaign is launched, Boxing Day. Everybody's happy to start buying their holiday. Here it is, your favorite Seminyak resort is back. This is a resort that I interacted with online, either through email or through the app. And this is on top. I also get other offers. And it's interesting, have a look, in addition to the content, the offers have different price points, different locations, and some out-of-the-box stuff. So there's like a tour in Africa in this case. So we are really trying to sort of cast a net and to try and gauge the customer interest. But the net is not just general. It's specifically adjusted to this customer, right? In this case, myself. I also get a text message. Customers react well to text messages. I'm sure you have a similar experience. A, if it's relevant to them. B, don't overdo it. Okay. Then on the 30th of December, I got more suggestion. I got early access to even the second wave of the campaign. I get other offers. Again, based on my interactions on the previous, with the previous emails and on the website and on the app sense. On the 5th of Jan, I was already in the family segment. And because I searched for 2 adults, 2 kids, and I started looking and interacting and looking for a family holiday. I got into the family segment. I got a specific email. Look at the variety of offers. There's Disneyland. There's multi-generational destinations or holidays that customers love. Different price points, experiences, cruises as well. So we really try to help the customer get that inspiration, and we're sort of moving on that spectrum to a transaction, right? That's what's happening here. And I want to draw your attention to 2 things. First, at the end of the email, we also put, in addition to all the content on top, best destination for families, how to choose your next escape. And this is, again, helping the customer to make a decision. 4 more minutes. And I want to draw your attention to this as well, because I think this is important. This is the same offer. And this is something that we can do online that it's very hard to do offline. And every marketer will tell you, and I'm sure you all know, it's not just about the offer, it's how you package the offer, right? So the family segment got this image, this picture that is more relevant to kids, and people who are romantic got the top one. And also the text is different. I have like Daily Kids Club. Oh, this is great. Same goes here. This is the same offer. This is the same product. It's just merchandised differently to different segments. So the personalization goes beyond just the offer that I put in front of the customer, but also the merchandise or the merchandising of the offer. Now, I kept interacting with Bali. I stopped with that 2 adults, 2 kid thing. I got another email on the 10th, and that email is a Bali spotlight because we identified that as a customer, the customer was interacting more with Bali. It seems like it's in the comfort zone for me as a customer. And I got that, that Bali email. You see different price points, different options. What I want to highlight is that at the end of the email, we have explore trending destinations. So this is to avoid that funneled vision that we're now just hammering the customer with. Bali, 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 Bali. Maybe they just like want somewhere else. So we put that at the end to allow them a way out of that funnel, to allow them to signal us, actually, I've changed my mind. I don't want to see any more pots and pans. And this is now the customer, me. I'm now in a mode of the e-commerce. I'm leaning in towards a purchase, right? So all of the communication is more focused. We can identify that the customer again and again is comparing different offers, looking, maybe adding to cart. So once there's a new offer in Bali, we send that to the customer. Hey, Shai, we found the perfect escape for you. And here, an offer I was looking at is actually selling fast. So we're creating that sense of urgency with the customer, right? Like we are in a funnel now. We're in e-commerce. And this is the ultimate e-commerce abandoned cart with the dates. We invite the customer to call us. We give some reviews to help the customer make a decision, read all reviews, and why book with us. 1.5 minutes. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, results. Let's talk about results because all we care about at the end of the day is numbers and people. We had 15% increase in subscribers. Fewer emails sent, fewer emails and actually text messages as well sent. So when you know, and this is the numbers are year on year, so this is best of 2024 comparing to best of 2023. When the message is personalized, you can send less messages. We got more margin, which we're very happy about. 15% increase in click-through rate across all channels. So we see better click-through rate because what we've put in front of the customer is more relevant to them. And the metric I'm most proud of is the decrease in unsubscribes. Because an unsubscribe, it's a defect. It means I did something bad. I put in front of the customer. I communicated maybe too much of the wrong thing at the wrong time through the wrong channel. I got unsubscription. Unsubscription is a very specific signal for like, don't call me, don't contact me anymore. It's horrible. Like I disappointed a customer. So we love to see this going down. Okay, whew, I'm almost there. So the key takeaways that I think are key to take from this talk. First, we need to have a clear vision of the customer experience on our side. Are they leaning in or leaning back? What exactly is the job to be done? What are they here? What is their intention? And it can be different at different times. It's not necessarily just constant. We need to collect enough data to understand our customers. I know this is probably clear to everyone. Everybody knows that. And it's like we need to go deep in the data. It's not just like, oh, they viewed that deal. Have they selected the number of guests? Have they selected the dates? Have they interacted with the images only? Have they actually go and looked at a specific room? Like, we want to collect all of this goodness so we can produce good recommendations to the customer. Build journeys that react to what customers are telling us. So a journey is a dialogue. It's not a spray and pray. There's a big banner, time's up there. Okay, few more seconds, I swear. So we want to build journeys that are dialogue, that we listen to the customer, we react to it, we get like something interested to them. And then personalization needs to go deep. So everybody talks about personalization, and it's true, it's so important, but it needs to go deep. It's not enough just to, okay, I'll show this customer this product. It's the merchandising as well. It's the language that I'm using. It's the mean of I'm communicating with the customer. So a good platform and good mechanisms around that can really help you and measure yourself all the time. And thank you. I've done it 1.5 minutes. Good.